Hello, everybody, and yes, it is Grim. Donning your stream once again with a special report. You see, I love anything paranormal, anything to do with paranormal, mostly ghost hunters. You see, I was looking up and investigating. I was just watching an episode of Ghost Hunters, and I was like, haven't I seen this place before? It was called the Family Tree, something like that. Family Tree Restaurant. And, you guys can look up the episode. I said, where have I seen this before? Where have I heard this name before? So, I looked it up. Guys, Travel has been there. Not once, but twice. The first time with Dead Files. Second time with Ghost Adventures. Sorry. Don't know if the Ghost Hunters have investigated this place. I guess I don't want any undue press. But I think it was a few years ago or this year, I'm not sure, but they had one of their cooks get arrested for an anti-police protest. This place has a lot of trouble. It would seem, guys, from what I've investigated, from what I've looked up, there's a story here from another investigator that kind of contradicts about them actually doing anything about this haunting. Okay, this is called A Family Affair. I forgot which website, so forgive me if you recognize this. Being a sci-fi paranormal fan enthusiast, it's coming to a few evenings out of the week for this guy to watch Ghost Adventures, Dead Files, etc. to get his weekly fix. How strange is when the evening he was watching Ghost Adventures, guys, to his surprise, they were in San Quentin, Utah, filming a family restaurant. He checked it out. We're in the town of San Quentin, where it was located from Michael and he lived. I guess Michael's friend is. And it was a short distance away, under an hour. He enthusiastically told Michael about it at the last Family Tree restaurant, and they decided they'd go ahead to it out visit following weekend. He called the restaurant to let them know that he'd be coming. As luck would have it, Leslie, the restaurant owner, answered the phone. Yeah, he said it's a nice sweet lady. He talked for a short while. He told him a few stories of her own experiences, but before he got to the actual haunt and experience, let me give you some history in town. So this is the history of the town. San was settled in 1851. Mormon pioneers called the Walker War lasted 1853 to 1845. It just goes on and on about that. Military was the family was told that at any given time there had been more than 100 spirits coming in and out the restaurant, hearing out of communications with the people. His thoughts were on this particular room is that the spirits from the illegal gambling days moved there from down below because the Indians whose burial ground was inharmoniously defiled are hostile to anyone wanting to stay down there. He also heard that there was a vortex in the restaurant, and since where he thought it was by the party room, where bathroom ejected, a party room with a brick wall painted dark brown or reddish in color. He asked that Charlotte that if there used to be a doorway there, and she said no. Apparently, I'm guessing she's wrong. It wasn't so much of a doorway to me, built, but an opening where it hit him. That it was where the vortex located. You could actually feel the spirit coming in and out through the wall. It made sense to him because the room seemed to be full of spirits that were all talking at the same time, like actually being in a bar, gambling room. At times, felt the room was beyond capacity of spirits. Interesting enough, to him, the death and brutal ground some of the UT Indians is part of the haunting in the restaurant since it's supposedly built on Native American burial ground. But there are other ghosts who, for some reason or another, have decided to stay with the restaurant with familiar walls as well. Les told him that about the ghost that sensed the humor who was behind her and said, "Boo." She laughed, and that one, and also a little girl who empathetically talking to her, as if less it seems like a motherly figure. She can also see that the acknowledges her or surrounded of the ghost. When Michael and him arrived at the restaurant, were greeted by friendly smiles. By its staff, paranormal investigation, they started talking to us about experiences Charlotte's daughter. As well as were eating, Charlotte told them about a spirit woman's bathroom who said they heard crying. Alicia's a woman who lost her child drowning a few streets behind the restaurant years ago. The bathroom at first seems just like any average bathroom. Little melancholy seems in it, and it seems to affect emotions and a little for the same lot for those who are empathetic impact more. So to those who aren't, there is also a dark spirit of Zach. And the ghost adventurers tried to agitate from the men's bathroom. Dark spirit allegedly scratched visitor on one of the ghost tours family offers. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go to this. He was greeted by a young Native American girl who shirtless, wearing leather pants with a long black hair and small pouch hanging from his neck. Native American. He didn't see the mark on him where the bullet hole would be, so he got an impression that perhaps he didn't die of a gunshot wound. I think he got sick and died from the type of consumption. There were 7 spirits down there that were unhappy, and could have been more, but that also came through to him. They were very unhappy with the mess over the grave sites. He's thinking that the dark spirit that scratched the visitor at the men's bathroom was probably one of the Native American spirits. This guy's just going through all that. And they're saying, they see all this stuff. And you guys, if you've seen this episode, which I suggest you guys see, you see what Amy Allen said, and he said what needs to be done is simple medicine man from the Utah tribe and the bishop from the Mormon faith need to come and do a blessing on the spirits and turn their terminary. There's a empath or healer who is not from either group would stand between the bishop and medicine man. From the medicine man, you see the pouch of prayers being offered from the bishop, written blessing of the representatives who could do the ceremony, and the hostel would dispel these, and would be lighter filling in the basement. They're out the restaurant remembering the dead once years ago. At the end of the tour, they said goodbye to Charlotte, and the fellow had just made a few friends to Leslie and her family. He would like to thank them for the great stuff today, and the spirits of Leslie's family restaurant. Rest assured, are not forgotten. Well, the thing the thing about that, guys, is I really want to do an investigation and show you guys the Ghost Adventures and Travel Channel. These investigations, and they really stir up more crap than what is done, what needs to be stirred up. Like I said, this is a special report. I'll post this one today, which is Saturday the 27th. Friday the 27th, sorry. Post it today. This is just a special report on how the Ghost Adventures and the Travel Channel period can screw up so much stuff. I looked up these people, looked up the Dave and Amy, and we already know about the Ghost Adventures. They're a bunch of crap anyways. All I can find on Dave is that he's an actor. No, he's a homicide detective. He could have been. I said nothing about that. I also looked at an interview. He didn't say anything about that. But he is from Brooklyn. Now, as for Amy, you can't really tell if somebody's a real true telepath or an empath. There's no real way of testing that. But, it's just hard to find. It's hard for me to figure out why the Travel Channel would investigate it once, then go back and investigate it again later in 2016, in March of 2016. This place is still haunted from what it seems, and what I just read to you. This is more of a recent report, and I think early this year, or late last year. No, it was this year, because it had at the bottom was investigated in 2016 March. The Ghost Adventures did it, so it had to be this year. But like I said, I didn't keep the link. I apologize. I'll try to look it up again, and if I can find it in a later, I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, I'm just trying to get you guys to know that Ghost Adventures, guys, it's fake. To wrap this up, to do a recap, they investigated something that was also investigated by another group. They provoke entities to attack them to get evidence. Their approach is they come and investigate. They claim they're going to clear this place. They claim that they're going to do this and they can do it. They claim all this. And what do? They piss off the ghosts. Pardon my language. Lord, sorry. They aggravate the people. And when I read from the restaurant reviews, there are some people that don't want to come back because of this. Because it was investigated. So an investigation, if they don't watch it, it's going to get them in more trouble than what it's worth. And that's why I did this investigation. That's why I looked up what I did, this story, and a few others that I've heard. It's still haunted to this day. They did not take anybody's advice. They're not going to. Why? Because the ghost adventures are fake. The restaurant is getting good and negative reviews. People are coming. They even give ghost tours, for God's sakes, now. I don't know if they did before. The ghost hunters are great. They investigate things. Why don't they get the ghost hunters there? Why are they ghost adventures? The ghost adventures are fake. They've been fake since after season 2. But I digress. If you guys want to watch actual real investigation, how an investigation should be, watch the Ghost Adventures. If you want to watch fake bullcrap, flashy bullcrap, a movie about a haunting, watch the Ghost Adventures. Because this place, don't even get me started on Dead Files. Dead Files is great. They come there and try to help. Apparently these people don't want the help because they are making money off ghost tours. I think. They might be, they might not be. Dude said nothing about paying them. But if you guys want to investigate this place for yourself, go right ahead. They're more than welcome to give you a ghost tour. But don't. For God's sakes. If you have a haunting, call a real crew. Don't call the Ghost Adventures unless you want publicity. Because they're publicity hounds. This includes my investigation. And this special report. Good luck. Good night. God bless. And like I said, the recap. Because the person wants me to recap for now, so I'm going to recap more. It's going to make this longer, but I did this because people need to know how badly the Ghost Adventures are. How bad Travel Channel is about investigating places more than once in a course of a year or more. And here is one of them. The recap is, first off, this guy, he saw this on both shows. As did I. Because I looked it up. Because I wanted to prove how horrible the Ghost Adventures are. It just proves it. They provoke. They piss people off. Not only people who work for them, but also the people who they go investigate for. And they talk bad about other ghost groups. Not on camera, of course. Well, they did once. About the Ghost Adventures. They talk bad about them. And another investigation, but that's another one entirely. But they also blame other ghosts. They also blame other ghost researchers for stirring up crap that they're going to stir up. This place was investigated twice by them. Twice by the Travel Channel. And there were EVPs caught. Were they real? Were they not? Ghost Adventures saying they are. Another group that I listened to had some, so is this place haunted? They're giving ghost tours. They like the publicity. So let's wrap this up. This is the end of the special report. I hope you like it. Good luck. Good night. And God bless.